Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Barak, the Yahawah, Barak, the Yahawashi. Barak, the Yahawah, Barak, the Yahawashi. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we part of that number. Lord willing, this be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. Judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, and it's not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9, and it's unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. So, can't get back into this part 2. I had some things I had to deal with, so I was hoping to get this done earlier. Lord willing, I'll still be able to maybe go do a lesson, an hour at camp before I go to the plantation. Just have several things that I'm dealing with. Today, I'm being tried as we know it, being tried every day, going through many trials. And, I'm glad Yahawashi is giving me something to overcome, So Lord willing, I'll make it through what I'm going through. Shalom to all the Akim out there that have been pushing this truth across the four corners of the earth. Also to the hopeful elect, few men, women, and children who have been listening and tuning in. As we go into these last days, as things get tougher, we're supposed to get tougher. That's how it's supposed to go. As they try us, we're supposed to get harder and endure those situations that we all go through individually. So the inside push to criminalize homelessness. So this is just their way of taking out some of the homelessness. We were going to deal with some precepts with this and this is why we're supposed to be, making sure we do everything we can to stay afloat here at the bottom. We're not supposed to just sit around and give up. Always supposed to work hard. So because we're following progress made on the debt limit talks, the current deal holds discretionary spending about flat. So what does this mean for big expensive priorities like the affordable housing crisis and homelessness? When it comes to addressing homelessness, for a while now, advocates have backed a policy approach known as housing first. The idea people first need reliable homes before they can really improve their lives. Well, this place is not about improving our lives. It says they search out our inequities and they catch up the poor. They want people to be broken down. The idea is that people first need valuable homes where they can really improve their lives, but that requires a lot of funding, which they don't have. We're also seeing growing pushback to the housing first approach. Nothing they do works. As part of our special series, Finding Your Place, we wanted to better understand the current policy of climate surrounding homelessness. So, they're always trying to make it seem like they're trying to have our back and all this, but as you can see this picture, all these people living outside, it shows that they don't really have our back because they have all the riches, It's about Shalom though. But yeah, they got all the riches and all this money, and they try to act like, we're here to make us a great place, but we know it's not. Us here that's really going through it, and everybody else up there knows too. The whole point is to keep people poor here, and that's going to bring them into a great judgment. But that doesn't mean that we're supposed to just let them, take us out. We're supposed to, fight. So this is 1 Samuel. Chapter 2, verse 7. And it reads, the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up, so that we know that, any of us that's poor is because Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi wanted us to be poor, either for our good or for our hurt. But this is really for our good. For those people out there who's not doing the work of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and not coming out and doing what they can, then ultimately the Lord made them poor for their judgment. We're all getting judgment, but some of us, he's putting us through this for our good, to be prepared for Jacob's trouble. So when everybody else is panicking and running around, you've already struggled to an extent, to when the Lord gives us that spiritual power, Lord willing, we're able to, make it through whatever we got going through in Jacob's trouble. They say hard men make easy times. So he's making us hard right now. So when those hard times come, we're able to sustain. We're able to look after the flock. Like I look at it like right now, like this is basically the Lord looking who's going to look after the flock during Jacob's trouble. Because there's got to be some of us left here to look after the flock still. Because they're going to be afraid. They're not going to get spiritual powers, So we're putting on that forefront, standing in great boldness, in case the Lord has chosen one of us to stay here and look after the flock and not perish in this place. We'll do it. If we do perish in this place, our works are going to be remembered. Or will we part of that first resurrection who comes back with the rest of those people that are left here into the clouds, into the chariots. What they call so-called UFOs. So now we're going to do James chapter 2, verse 8. And it reads, if ye fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, ye do well. So we're supposed to love our brother, and that's really what it all is, the brotherhood and the flock. We're supposed to love the brotherhood and the flock. And love is through, these doing this work, we're putting our lives on the line out here. Verse 9, but if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin. So we're not supposed to have favorites. The Lord can have favorites because he's the Lord. He can do whatever he wants. But we're supposed to tell everybody what we were told. We're not supposed to, think like we get some kind of special privilege or something. None of us do. We have to do exactly what he said do to the best of our abilities, and work out our salvation through this work, with fear and trembling, hoping that, it pays off. Because how you going to pay off something that can't be repaid? That's how we know that, grace is going to be the only thing that saves us. The mercy of him. Doesn't mean we're not going to do the work, even if, we lose in our lot to die for this truth. Some of us got to. Rather be, the men on the forefront than have to be the women and the children that believe. It's better for y'all to just sit back and just, know the Lord's got y'all, Just gotta stay occupied in prophecy and, keep your mind right. Don't sin less and pray a lot. So you have to respect the persons you commit sin and are convinced of the law as transgressors, So we don't want to act like, we got some kind of special privilege or nothing. Or somebody extra important to the Lord. We don't know who we are. We know that we were called, but only few will be chosen. Especially to be part of the elect of the elect, which is 144,000 men. Like if you're in the tribe of Judah, you have a 1 out of 12,000 chance of being one of those men he chose since the dawn of time. You know how many men are out here? There's a lot of men. Okay, it's a very slim chance. Very, very slim chance. Like if you think about it, let me do something real quick. So you do 1 divided by 12,000, right? That means you have basically like a 8.3% chance. Okay, you got an 8% chance of being of the elect of the elect. Okay, that's a very small number, of men. It's very small. So if you were one of those men, hey, the Lord really favored you. You see? And that's why we don't want to think highly of ourselves. We ain't nothing, man. You know? And if we're not part of that number, we hope to be part of the honorable multitude. That's a number that can't be numbered. Better than to be in that. And some of them are still gonna perish, because we strived unto death. But, better than being in 2/3. They don't even know what fucking thing to hit their ass. You see? So this is James chapter 2, verse 26. It says, "For the body without the spirit is dead," just like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 1, "His incorruptible spirit is in all things." So that spirit is the only thing how we're still here. So faith without works is dead also. So we must work, not just alone in spirit, but in physical. It says that, we must work from the sweat of our brow. That's just part of our punishment, and it's grooming us to be men, and learn. And if we can't provide for our own households here and learn how to sacrifice for our households here, then we don't deserve to have, 1,000 wives and all these babies, and all that. We don't deserve that. We don't deserve it anyways. But what I'm saying is we're counted worthy to just escape, and He's going to have mercy on us and give us those things, just like He gave us His truth. We're hoping that we're part of that number. So James chapter 8, verse 13, and it reads, "Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom." See? So we're supposed to show our works through the lowliness of this life, even though we're so low at the bottom of this planet. We're going through things. We getting kicked out of where we at, even if it's our fault or not. We're getting, people not even showing us no pity, just whatever, things by. That's cool. That's cool. Wait till you get in slavery. You come find out, man. You should have had some mercy on those people, who you thought wasn't nobody. They're gonna wish that they didn't do that, because we have mercy on people, and the Lord said that we're gods. You see, and that's what He's training us to do. He said, "Don't be like these people, man." This is why they're finna go through a horrific slavery, okay? Because they don't want to be exempt from judgment. They want the smoke, and they don't even know they causing it. They don't even know that they're bringing in this horrific judgment that they're going to receive. Talking about the other 17 nations. That's how they are. All they do is think about money. So when you ain't got no money, you ain't got no food, and all your money gets clamped out, and you go get the chip, and you doing whatever, thinking you're going to be all right. You're going to find out you fucked up, and then you're going to wake up and you're going to find out you really fucked up. So this is James chapter 3, verse 13, and reads, "Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works and meekness of wisdom." See, we're supposed to show out this conversation, this truth through works. And that's what determines and shows how much faith we have in Yahawashi, because we're doing what He said do. Doesn't mean we're going to get saved out of here. We could die here. Can't guarantee that we're going to make it. But I guarantee that if we do this work unto the end, we will be crowned. He said it's precious for, some of His prophets to die in His name. So we're not afraid of death, because we know ultimately we're going to go see Him. The only thing that really sucks about death is pain. Like, if we didn't have all that pain going into death, then nobody wouldn't even fear death. It's just because the pain, you got the grievous death, and you could have a grievous death. We don't deserve shit. Okay, this is a gift. So this is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8, and it reads, "For by grace you are saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of power, which is Yahawah. It's his gift, not of works, lest any man should boast. So we might do the works and stuff, but we don't be like, oh, so I did this much, so I should be good. No, it's an unpayable debt, and that's why we strive so hard and work endlessly, because that's how long the kingdom is going to be. It's going to be endlessly. We're going to be at peace endlessly. So, put in all your work right now so you can get your profit on the back end. Verse 10, and it reads, for we are his workmanship, created in a Mashiach Yahawashi, unto good works with power have before ordained that we should walk in them. See? So if he ordained for us to walk in these and we're walking in them, hey, it's a good chance that we might be of that number. But you got to keep walking. Can't just stop, It's a marathon, Some people, they have a longer stride, but you gotta keep that work moving, try to do everything you can do and get better at it. Pray for the Lord to increase you in it. So Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3, it reads, commit thy works unto the Lord Yahawashi, and thy thoughts shall be established. So as you work for the Lord, he's going to start establishing your thoughts. He's going to start giving you a better understanding of what you're going through is for your good. Because we got so many people that go through suffering and they don't understand the blessing that it is to go through this suffering right now. Okay, it's better to suffer now instead of, being at the bottom of the universe forever. Like, who wants to be there? Nobody wants to wake up and feel like you didn't earn none of this, so you're just a kid. That's what you're going to be. And when you grow up, you're still going to be a kid. When you grow into a man, you're still at the bottom of the men. You see, you're at the bottom of the start of the universe forever. Okay, that's terrifying. Okay, to anybody who really loves Yahawashi, that's why we out here busting our ass. We ain't got no time for that. Okay, we ain't got no time to be put in that position. And we don't want to be put in that position. That's why even if we do die here, we know we ain't gonna be one of them. Not gonna be one of them because we put that work in. Okay, he ain't never say you do the work correctly and follow the elders and apostles of millstone, great millstone to the best of your abilities and serve with all your might. And you're of Israel. And he never said he was going to make it pay off. He said it was going to pay off. So this is Proverbs chapter 138, verse 8. You don't think you don't think it will. You think there's any other way where your life's going to pay off. Well, good luck. Psalms chapter 138, verse 8, it reads, the Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. That's why we're here to do his business. We want to be perfected. Thy mercy, O Lord Yahawashi, endureth forever. Forsake not the work of thine own hands, which means do it. Don't forsake it. Don't run off and, start putting other things first. I don't care what got going on. I'm doing this first. I'm not going to even really speak about what I got going on because it's not expedient right now. It's just to let the other brothers know that might be going through some tough times. Hey, man, you still need to put this work first. It doesn't matter, man. So this is Titus chapter 3, verse 5, and it reads, not by works of righteousness, which we have done, because we ain't done no righteousness, but according to his mercy, he saved us. See? Because the only way we're even to come into this truth and start doing right is if he puts his spirit on us to do right. Because everybody else, he put them in the spirit of folly. 2/3. By the washing of regeneration. So we've been regenerated. And renewing of the Holy Spirit. It's supposed to say spirit, not ghost. That's what they put in there. It's not ghost, it's spirit. Which he shed on us. He shed it on us abundantly through Yahawashi Mashiach, which means Christ in Paleo Hebrew, which means anointed one, our Savior. See? That's the whole thing right there, He shed it on us to do this. So Psalms chapter 9, verse 1. We still don't know if we are elect. We're just working, hoping that we are. Psalm chapter 9, verse 1, to the chief musician upon Muth 11, a psalm of David. I will praise thee, O Lord, Yahawashi, with my whole heart, and I will show forth all thy marvelous works. See, that's why we gotta show this work. We have to show that we care. See? So right here, that's kind of what's dealing with, why the Lord has made these people homeless, because they don't serve Yahawashi. So it's not even coming to their benefit that they're suffering like this. It's not even to their benefit. And that's a horrible way to go out, man. So this is Oklahoma parent sues after her daughter is allegedly severely beaten by a rainbow student in the bathroom. Okay. A transformer. Okay. Damn Decepticon beat her ass up in the bathroom. And they're suing. Okay. They're suing. So let's pull up some precepts about it. I don't want to dig too into it and get no strike or nothing. I just want to do some precepts about it. This is Genesis 13:13. And it reads, but the men of Sodom, because that transformer ain't no woman, doggone man, of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord Yahawashi exceeding, beating up little women in the bathroom like they a woman or something. See what I'm saying? And this was last time in Sodom and Gomorrah, but now we're in the new Sodom and Gomorrah. The Sodom, like physically Sodom and spiritually Egypt. See? And they're sinning again, wickedly, just like they did last time before the flood, doing the same thing. So this is, I want to go over here. Oh, Salakia. Okay, I want to go over here to the Blue Letter Bible, and I want to pull up Psalms chapter 55, verse 5. Or verse 15. Salakia. So it says, let death seize upon them, let them go down quick into hell, for wickedness is their dwellings, and among them. Okay, so when we look up that word hell, because it's not talking about you go to a place and burn forever. Look it up, it says Sheol, the underworld, grave, see? Means the grave, hell, pit. So basically just means to be put to death. Okay, and hell can also mean, being put under, your enemies. But in this sense, it's talking about them being punished and sentenced to death. See? Of discreet degradation and sin. See? That's where we're at. A place of exile. We're exiled from our land, and not living on our land. We're exiled from being in paradise, which is heaven. But righteousness is not abandoned to it. See? We're able to be saved out of it. Wicked sent there for punishment. So you go to Yahawashi, and he judges you, and he sends you back here to be punished. Can't get punished nowhere else. There's no other places of punishment. Without praise of Yahawah. Nobody praises Yahawashi here. But the ones that he puts the spirit onto, place of no return. See? Abode of the dead. There's people spiritually dead here and physically. Inmates. See? This is our prison, man. And that's why all the elders and apostles and big bros, the great millstone, have been talking about, you want to have fun? We're not here to have fun, man. We're here to serve our sentences, sit in prison, Salaki, our prison sentence. See? So, anyways, like I said, it says, they go down quick into hell, to the grave. For wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. That's what we want. We want the Lord to hurry and kill these bastards, man. Fuck these niggas. Verse 16, as for me, I will call upon power, and the Lord shall save me. Lord, when we part of that number? That's what we do all day, evening and morning, and at noon, I will pray and cry aloud. and he shall hear my voice. You know, that's what we do on the highways and byways. Do these sit-down lessons through the unicorn. You know, we all day crying to Yahawashi. We want to go home. Fuck these people. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 11. It reads, woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. And that's what their reward they're going to get. They're going to get twerked. Okay? The Lord's going to jack their ass up. That's going to be their reward. So Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 19. I know a lot of people, you know, they wonder why we try to keep it simple. It's because we don't want to put a stumbling block in front of anybody. Maybe somebody new comes across and you just getting in all something deep, not going to understand it. You can bug them out, you know. So we try not to get too deep with stuff. But, you know, we leave that to the elders and apostles, you know. You know, we leave that to them. Oh, supposed to do Ecclesiastes 12:14. Okay, so, you know, we're supposed to keep it simple and draw people into the truth, and then they can get a deeper understanding by listening to the elders and apostles when they break it down, because they've been ordained by the Bahasham to teach our people. So it's Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 14. For power shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So we want to do a lot of good works. So when he brings it into the judgment, we're granted mercy. See? You know, we don't want to go get put to death and be for nothing. That's what's happening in 2/3. They can just get put to death for no reason. You know, they finna get put there for a reason, but when by no reason, like it's not gonna gain them no value. They're not gonna gain nothing out of it. They're gonna die in vanity. You know, and then they're gonna wake up in the kingdom of heaven with zero rulership. Okay, that's the worst position ever, to wake up and you don't own shit. Okay, in the whole fucking universe, you don't own a backyard. Okay, it's owned by your daddy. Okay, and that your daddy owned by Yahawashi. I'd rather be owned by Yahawashi and he say I own you. Okay, then the other way around. You know. And that's all I'm saying. I ain't saying that those people ain't gonna be happy about it. You know, like you gonna be happy, but you know, we don't want, you know, the Lord put the spirit on us, but we want to sit at the table with Yahawah. You know, we want to be worthy of him. We want to hear him say, well done, faithful servant. You did a good job. You know, you don't want to hear, oh man, you 2/3. I love you, but you a duckhead ass little boy. Like, I don't want to hear that. I'm not saying he gonna say that. Well, you know, just saying. So Romans chapter 12, verse 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place under wrath. You know, so sometimes we go to the highways and byways and we cry out, we sound mad, but we ain't taking vengeance on nobody. We ain't stripping nobody. We ain't jacking nobody's shit. We ain't been coming at nobody. We just get our shit and move around. And we let the Lord deal with your ass. Vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. Yahawashi. So that's why we ain't worried about it. The Lord gonna pay their ass back. But we're not even worried about him paying them back either. We're not like, so would you pay him back, Lord? Like, we're gonna call 2 weeks later. We're gonna pray the Lord do it. So would you get him, Lord? No, we ain't worried about that. We moving on. We're concerned with things concerning salvation and the people who are taking heed, you know, the honorable multitude or the hopeful elect, you know, because we're part of the hopeful elect too, because we ain't the elect. So we all the hopeful elect. We all hopeful, you know. Me doing this lesson is feed myself as well. I gotta eat too, you know. I gotta seek out my own salvation. And doing this, you know, it's like seeking my own salvation with fear and trembling. So I'm feeding myself too, you know. So it's gotta make sense, or I'm not gonna eat either. That's why I said, love your neighbor as I love yourself. So Romans chapter 12, verse 20. Therefore, if mine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so dung thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. See, from the intercontinental ballistic missiles. You see? So we did a whole lot of stuff for our enemy, which is 2/3. We looked out for them. They had their back. They still screwed us over. Well, guess what? You finna get them fucking fireballs flying at your fucking ass. Because you fucked around and fucked over the wrong guy who didn't even do nothing to you. So now Lord gonna jack your ass up. At least you repent and convert. And come ask your brother for forgiveness. If you is a brother, sure ain't acting like a brother, you acting like Esau either. That slick shit. Lord gonna jack your ass up unless you get your shit right. Like nobody don't want to hear that. Oh, I'm so ashamed I can't present myself. You better get your ass up, act like a man, boy. You gonna realize you should have. Verse 21 and it reads, "Be not overcome with evil, but overcome evil with good." By what? Not taking none of their ways. We don't do shit like that. Just be like, all right, bro. Lord willing, he have mercy on your ass, because he might not. Okay, especially how proud you acting about it. Thinking you just gonna duck off and nothing ain't gonna happen. I ain't talking to nobody specific, but I'm just saying this is happening. 2/3 is doing that to the hopeful elect right now, all over the world. Ain't got shit to do with me. I'm just here to tell you the story so you can make sure you on the right side. Don't get your ass blown up. Verse 14, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men." See, that's what they do. They go and they do all that wicked shit and act all wicked and oh, I'm gonna take in matters in my own hands. I'm gonna go the old way, the old gangster way. You know, that's how we get down. You know, you just sound like a fucking dumbass. Okay, when you say that shit to a man of the Lord, we're like, okay, show us how weak you are. You know, because you really ain't running shit. Okay. You can take your house just like you take mine in an instant and not even have a reason. Like, who gonna save us? Let's say you pay your rent and he say, I want this shit, is mine, bye. What the fuck we gonna do? We gonna leave, nigga, because we can't, we can't fight this motherfucker. He's got a military. So that's all I'm trying to say. Like, people be out here owning shit, acting like they got shit, acting like they own that shit. If they issue in martial law, they can just come take your shit, bro. Like, you ain't running shit, bro. How about Yahawashi's game? Okay. And you know, if he don't want you to play, you ain't getting no control. So, Lord willing, is edifying to the flock, shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations. Scattered across the four corners of the earth. Got to give all praise to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone. Led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord. Teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, be part of their number. Lord willing, is be edifying to those who pray in the name of the Lord and strive and show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. And it's unto a ring. 2 Nature chapter 5, verse 42. The water for all who tune in or come across, you know, and Shalom, Baba Ball, you know, water for tuning in, and Lord willing, make it today and make it tomorrow, so we can exalt the name of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi yet again. Another beautiful day in this suffering, you know, because it's way better than living in pleasures and all that, and then you wake up one day and it's Jacob's trouble, and your hell just begun, and it ain't gonna stop for a little while, you know. So Shalom.